Every day in my dorm, I cook, eat, and toss what's left. Eggshells, coffee grounds, vegetable peels straight into the trash. Not because I don't care, but because there's simply no composting system here. It's either thrown out or I have to carry my scraps around the city. And even when I try, I hit another wall. To unlock most of New York City's street compost bins, you have to download an app. No phone, no bin. For a city that just made composting mandatory in 2025, that sounds like a huge step backwards. Every single day, New York City produces more than 12,000 tons of residential trash, and a third of that, food scraps, yard waste, paper soiled with grease, could be composted, but instead it's dumped in landfills where it decomposes and releases methane, a greenhouse gas 25 times more powerful than carbon dioxide. Despite the citywide composting law, participation remains shockingly low. Only about 4 to 5% of food waste is actually being composted. In neighborhoods from Queens to Greenwich Village, bins overflow. Schedules confuse residents, and smells of pests reinforce that sense of composting is more hassle than help. Other cities have figured it out. Seoul diverts more than 90% of its food waste thanks to public drop-off points that are open access, clean, and supported by education campaigns. San Francisco banned food waste from landfills years ago, reaching compost rates above 50%, so why can't we? Experts call this a wicked problem, because it's not just about infrastructure, it's about systems, equity, and behavior. New York City's composting isn't falling because people don't care, it's falling because it's not convenient, not inclusive, and not visible. When you rely on a smartphone app to access a bin, you exclude thousands of residents, seniors, low-income families, immigrants, people who may not have smartphones or even data plans. The system turns sustainability into a privilege. The solution isn't just more bins, it's smarter, fairer systems. Imagine community compost hubs in every neighborhood garden, school, and farmer's market. Imagine bins you can open anytime with a simple city ID, not an app. And imagine compost education built into everyday life. Sign-in lobbies, workshops in schools, and even small incentives like compost credits or neighborhood compost challenges. If New York City treated composting like recycling, accessible, obvious, and normalized, we could slash thousands of tons of waste each week and curb methane emissions. The problem isn't that composting doesn't work, it's that our system doesn't work for everyone. The wicked problem of composting in New York City won't be solved by apps or mandates alone. It'll be solved by designing a system that's human, equitable, and practical for everyone. Composting can't just be mandatory, it has to be accessible to every single person.